Hello YouTube, my name is Josh, the ladies man from T for Red. Back with you with another deck profile with updated Lunalights. If you've seen my Heartbeat profile, you must have seen the new cards from the new set, the Journey Duelist Sisters of the Rose. Not just Heartbeat's got new support, but Lunalights as well. This is one of my favorite decks to play. So basically, it's my favorite OTK deck. That's the main focus of this deck, to OTK. Enough of that, let's get down to the profile. First off, you got 3 of your Caladio check. Caladio checks basically your fusion substitute of the deck. Basically, you can pitch any Lunalight monster, even from the extra deck, and then you can. This card's a 1-card Leo Dancer. Next up, we have 3 Yellow Martin. Yellow Martin is basically like Caladio check but different. It basically it has a combo. It combos off of your fusions. If it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon any Lunalight from the graveyard. Next, for your pendulums, Wolf. Wolf is like your Dragon's Mirror of the deck, which banishes from graveyard or field. So basically, if you use Caladio check and then you send one of your fusions, you can go to the bigger fusions just without using polymerization. Next, 2 Tiger. I was debating to run 3, but due to limited deck space, I can only afford to do 2. So basically, if you have the deck space, run 3. Basically, it's your Monster Reborn of the deck. Next, 2 Crimson Fox. Crimson Fox combos off very well with Foolish, Caladio check, or if it's sent to the graveyard with Poly. Basically, you can make any monster to attack point 0, and that's part of one of my strategies is to send this card to the graveyard, make one of my monsters 0, and then like attack over it. Next, 1-ups, Emerald Bird. Emerald Bird. This is a new card. I haven't tested it out yet, but basically it lets you summon a level 4 lower Lunalight monster. Next, we got Blue Cat. Blue Cat is your attack modification of the deck. So basically, if it's special summoned off like Monster Reborn or any special summon card, you can target any of your Lunalights except yourself and double the attack. It's very good, and if it's sent to the graveyard or destroyed by battle or card effect, you can basically summon a Lunalight for free from your deck. Next, your Poly Searcher, Black Sheep. Since Lunalight's got a new fusion, unfortunately, you can't search the new fusion spell, but you could search Poly. So it's basically your Poly Searcher. This card used to be abused a lot doing Zoo format. Next, we got Butterfly. She's also your attack modification of the deck, which basically gains your Lunalight monsters 1,000 additional attack for that extra boost. And then you can special summon 1 Lunalight from your hand by banishing this card. Next, we got White Rabbit. White Rabbit is your special summoner of the deck. It special summons from the graveyard, and plus it gets rid of spell and traps. So if you don't have the spell and trap removal, you can run Twin Twisters, Galaxy Cyclone, whichever. But if you can't find the space, I recommend 1 Rabbit. Next, for non-Lunalight cards, Zephyros. Zephyros is a dark target. Plus, it works well with Lure Darkness. Works well with any combo heavy deck. And this bounces your Tiger. And Tiger's effect's not once per turn. So basically, you can special summon more than once. Next, for your hand traps, 1 Effect Vader. You can run infinite permanents, but due to budget reasons, I can't afford the infinite permanences. You can run Ghost Order, but if you can't afford them, you can run the Effect Vaders. Next, your DD Crow. DD Crow is also another dark target for lure. Plus, it's your second, third, fourth, and fifth copy of Call by the Grave. Basically, instead of banishing a monster, it can banish any problematic card. So you can get rid of one of their combo pieces or anything that's problematic, like Engage. Next, you got two Lunalight fusions. This is your Shaddoll fusion of the deck. Basically, it's just like Shaddoll fusion, but for Lunalights. And you can only activate this once per turn. Next, for your Lunalights, you got Lunalight Perfume. Perfume's a good card, especially when it comes. You can combo it off with Caladio Check, but it doesn't work with the fusions. It only works with the monsters. I found that out the hard way. Next is Hand Traps Are Annoying. Call by the Grave. This is a staple in any deck, especially if you want to get interrupted by Ash, Ghost Order, you name it. Call by the Graves is like your answer to that. And it's also like another DD Crow, but in spell form. Next, since you're running the Beast Warrior deck, 3 Tanky. Tanky is basically your basic searcher, as well as since you're getting off very quickly, you can gain that 100 point boost. It makes your fusions a little bit buffer. Next, 2 Foolish Burial Goods. You can send a Tanky or any spell trap, like your Perfume, and basically you can make combos off with that. Next, 1 Poly, 1 Fusion Substitute. I was debating if either run 2 Poly or 1 Fusion Substitute, but I think 1 and 1 is the perfect combination, especially if you have fusions in the graveyard. Fusion Substitute can shuffle it back, and you get to draw a card. And then Monster Reborn. It's Monster Reborn. We can use it as long as if Konami decides to ban it, you can run Soul Charge or any other Monster Reborn type of card. You only run 1 trap in the deck. Is the new Serenity Dance. Serenity Dance is basically a you can basically special summon a token to your opponent's side of the field, and then or you can buff up your fusions.
Yes, for every battle.
And basically that's it for the main deck. Now for the extra deck. First off, since you're running the dark deck, you run Starring Venom. Starring Venom is very good, especially against special summon decks. If it's destroyed, you destroy all special summon monsters your opponent controls. Next to your main go-to monster will be Leo Dancer. Leo Dancer is the towers of the deck. Can't be destroyed by anything. Basically, it can't be targeted, but especially it combos very well with one of the new cards that we just got. It can attack twice, and plus it can nuke your opponent's special summoning boards. Two Panther Dancer.
I'm all ready.
This is your main card you're gonna send with Caladio Chick, or your go-to monster for fusion. It's basically a smaller version of Leo Dancer, but it doesn't destroy your opponent's monster the first time. And then 1 Cat Dancer. Deal that extra 100 burn damage for each attack it makes. This works very well with with Butterfly and with Blue Cat. So basically, you can make it. You can attack all your opponent's monsters, and it's won me a couple games. And then for your new one-ups, Saber Dancer. Saber Dancer is also one you can use with Caladio check. You can banish it to make any of your fusions gain 3,000 attack, other than itself, and basically you can win games. Next for Xyz,
1900 twice.
Evil Swarm Nightmare. Since you're running a dark deck, this is one of your go-to cards. Plus, it's a Book of Moon, so basically, you can try to interrupt their combo pieces before they can make
At least
it.
you had confidence.
For your Zephyros Searcher, you got 4 Strix. 4 Strix searches your Zephyros or any of other winged beasts. If you plan to make a combo-based deck, you can run this, or you can run a Tornado Dragon or any other Link 4. Or rank 4. In Baguska it works sometimes. It hurts your deck a little bit, but this is one of the best defensive cards in the game. And then Tiger King. Tiger King is basically your negator except for Beast Warriors. So you can negate everything except Beast Warriors, and since most of your deck is Beast Warrior, and plus you can set your tanky. Darmadal is since it's a Beast Warrior, you can summon this with any Beast Warrior. Also, if you're on Scapegoat, it also works with Scapegoat tokens. For your other Link 2, you're up Rendocus. Rendocus changes their attribute of the monsters it's pointing to, so it basically helps you make a summon sorceress much faster. As well as your you can also change the attribute of your opponents if it's pointing to your opponent, and then it can mess up their strategy. For Link 3, you run Decode. You can run Summon Sorceress, but Decode is the more generic Link 3 out there. And then for your Link 4, Boar Sword. If your fusions fail, you could use Boar Sword for game. It's Boar Sword for game or bust. That's the deck profile. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to message us. Feel free to leave a comment and like, subscribe, and ring that bell. And see till next time.